Okay, so let's just quickly recap what it is that we've gone and done. We took this data, we put it into a table. We also looked at the year matriculated and we used the left command, left, and we took the first 4 letters. What we also went to go and do is look at our cohort table. We put it into a table again, right? And then we said we wanted to look up the student numbers within this table and look at the cohort year. So the year in which they did their first year. And if we have a look at our table, that is the formula that we used. So we wanted to look up the student number. Where did we want to look it up? Within that cohort table. And we wanted it to return the second column. And the range lookup must be false so that it finds the exact match. Find an exact match is false. Okay. And that if we done column number 1, it would have returned the student number, column number 2, the cohort number. Let's just go and check that. Changed it to 1, and now we can see it's doing student number, and they're the same. Right. Change it back to 2, and there's the year, the cohort year. So we then went to say we needed to summarize it because you can see there's same student number here and all of the subjects. Same student number and all of the subjects. Okay, which isn't that useful. So we needed to summarize it and have a look at it for the whole program. And in order to do that, we go Insert, Pivot Table. Right? And then this is our pivot table over here. Outside, no windows. Inside, the windows suddenly pop up. So we can filter. We can put things in rows. We can put things in columns, rows, columns, and we can put things in the value cell. So again, let's have a look at something. Let's have a look at our subject codes. I'm going to put them all the way over there. And we want to see then the number of students who passed. And I'm going to put my code over there. So F is fail, P is pass. And I'm going to take my student number and put it over there. So now it's telling me for 2018 and 2019, the number of students within your program that failed and passed each module. So at the moment, it's a bit confusing because it's 2018 and 2019. So let's go and take this year, which is the year in which they did the subjects. I'm going to put it in columns. And we can see there it's 2018 and 2019. And now it splits it up some more. If I only wanted to look at the 2018, I would have taken the code, put it to filters, and over here I can then say right. Sorry, not the code. I wanted the year. And then I can say right, only show me 2018. Failed, passed, total number registered. 2019, failed, pass, total number registered. And why has 2019 got more subjects? Because it's got first year and second year. If I wanted to have a look at cohort, so let's click and drag year away. Let's go and pull cohort in. And let's go and have a look at the 2018 cohort. And you can see these are the subjects that they did in first semester and second semester. And then let's go to 2019. cohort. And the 2019, it's only showing first year, their first year subjects, right? Because this data was extracted today. So it includes 2019. And if we go to 2018, we can then see it showing first year subjects and second year subjects. And we can put the year over here. So you can see we can nest them as well. So here it's showing the subjects that students did in 2018 and the subjects that students did in 2019. You can see there are some first year subjects which are repeated. Why are they repeated? Well, because students would have failed them over here or not taken them or not registered for them for various reasons or transferred into the program and needed to take them. And that's why they took them in 2019. But they actually were 2018 for their first year. So hopefully you're starting to see what cohorts means and how it can be used. So if we go and have a look over here, we see the difference between pass rate and success rate. So pass rate is just the number passed divided by the number enrolled, whereas success rate looks at the full-time equivalence. And we've got in our table over here our FTE enrolled and our FTE passed. So in order to calculate a variable within a pivot table, we could go number passed divided by number total, but you can see it's actually not giving us, it's not working. Why? Because it's sitting outside of the pivot table. So we have to actually go in and calculate these. Right. So in order to calculate, if we've got this sitting within a data model, we need power pivot. Power pivot, and we can then calculate measures. That power pivot, we go File, Options, Customize ribbon, and we make sure over here that power pivot is checked and is enabled. By default, it isn't enabled. And again, that's because we're actually doing pretty advanced stuff with our table. Right, so now that we have power pivot, we can click power pivot and we can say measures, create a new measure. We could also right click over here and say add measure. So to repeat, we have gone and clicked right click, add measure. That's the table name and its success rate is the measure. So now it's actually a bit more complicated. I want the sum of FTE passed divided by the sum of FTE enrolled. Okay. It is a number. It is a percentage, and I'm going to want one decimal place. Let's check the formula. Formula has no errors. And hopefully now, if we put it over here, it will work. So now it's showing us the success rate. And if you don't believe me, we can go and put FTE passed, FTE enrolled. The sum of FTE passed divided by the sum of FTE enrolled. And we can double check that. And you can see it's 81.8%. So our calculations are good. And remember the FTE, the full-time equivalent, is taken into account the credit values. It's weighted according to the credits. So these were the years. So we can now start to have a look and see what the success rates for the different modules were. So for example, let's click and drag and swap. So I've just gone and swapped these around over here. So it's showing there for Biology 101. For your program in 2018, the success rate was 68%, and in 2019, 78.5%, which is good to see. If we have a look at this module, 2018 was 85%, and then it's dropped to 47%. I don't know what happened there. Cornerstone, 97, 94. Where's Me, My World? Right, 100% pass rate for 2019. So this is just comparing the years in which these modules were taken. If I wanted to have a look at the cohort, I can put in the cohort. So now we're looking specifically at the cohorts. And even if the 2018 students repeated, they would then still appear within the 2018. Okay. Very similar, but with slight differences. So let's now take out the cohort. I'm going to take out the FTE passed and the FTE enrolled and just have a look at the success rates. And I'm going to put the year on the top in my columns. So now I'm comparing modules 2018, 2019, and then the grand total would actually be the average. So something happened over here. Biology 101, it went up, which is good to see. Something happened over here. I don't know what's happened over here and why it's so low. And this module over here, you're sitting with very, very low pass rates. So if we wanted to now go and sort these from smallest to largest, these are the modules over here which are sitting with very, very low pass rates. If we wanted to see the number of students, again, we can put in our student number. And remember, we don't want count, we want the distinct count. And this is now telling us then the number of students. The number of students for each year. So here we can see in 2019, 67 students, 81% pass rate. 64 students, 81% pass rate. Let's go and have a look at another module, Cornerstone, 72 students, 97, 64 students, 93. So even this one over here, still 45 students enrolled for the module. Right, enrolled for the module, but only a success rate and a pass rate of 56%. Quite concerning that some of these are so low. This is what you will have to discuss and explain and make recommendations on. You could even now start to have a look at this according to gender. Is there a difference between male and female performance within your modules? I'm just actually going to remove the subject code, remove that, and I'm going to have a look at the cohort. And now you can see for the 2018 cohort and the 2019 cohort, the success rates between males and females. What do you have to say about that?